Here's a simple question to help you determine if you are on the right path in life. And it goes something like this. Would you continue doing what you're doing as work or a job if it paid you nothing? And I know that sounds crazy because we need money to function in society. So let me ask you that question once again. Would you perform the job or task you're doing currently for money if it only paid you exactly enough to survive? Just a roof over your head, food, and the bare necessities to stay alive so that you could perform exactly that task. And that's really it. It's that simple, a question to help you determine if you are on the right path in life. It's crazy. I asked my buddy the other day, and you should have seen the reaction he gave me. He looked over and he was like, fuck no. It was funny, but it was also telling. It was very telling because he instantly realized what he was doing. And I mean, he gets paid very well at the job he does. And, I'm proud of the guy for having been at his workplace as long as he has. And, he's risen up the ladder. He's climbed the ladder. But it's funny what you ask someone that question and they will, his response was immediate, like immediate upon hearing what I'd asked them. He gave me that response and it was funny, but also at the same time, it's kind of horrifying in a sense because you start to think, well, am I doing what I'm doing? Is my entire reality based around the acquisition of money because it's affording me all these pleasures in life, all of these, it's not just, you're not just keeping the fridge full. You're able to go out places, go to restaurants, go traveling, all these enjoyable activities. But at the same time, are these activities affording you a very enjoyable means of distraction away from your truer path? This does sound, I don't think it's crazy. And I think it's a very reasonable question that we ought to ask ourselves every day. And life obviously isn't linear because people change careers. Maybe they've asked themselves, not exactly that way, but they've internalized their reality. They've processed it. They've thought about it and realized maybe my skills are better suited in a different direction, even if I have to take a serious pay cut. And that's a beautiful thing because that person is now on a path to living a more authentic life for themselves. And that makes the world a better place. When you're living an authentic life, you're not going to be prone to all of the emotional disruption that comes with living an inauthentic life. Like, in essence, going to a shitty job, because all of what entails with that is just, it's devastating to the human psyche. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I think it's important to work those kinds of jobs because then you realize, well, you'll find out quickly what you don't want to do. But at the same time, it's going to help you really hone in mentally, psychologically on what you should be doing. So, yeah, something to consider. Asking yourself that question or asking others, but be careful with that. Definitely be careful. You don't want to start drilling people with that question because it could just set them right off. But if you're capable, ask yourself and give it some thought. It could actually help you forge a path in a better way towards a future that is more aligned with who you actually are. All right, friends, you guys have a great one. Just want to share that thought. I'll see you guys for another video soon. Take care.